Another thing I forgot to mention, how I feel about counterculture. I never experienced white privilege. I would be little. People have turned me from the military. They said I want to drive. If I went to college, they're like, yeah, buddy. They would be out when I went to work. They'd be like, oh, buddy, you want to go home 2 hours later? And stuff like that, It was things in the past. People don't do that anymore. I would turn away from Job Corps. But a lot of people go through this. How I feel about white privilege, I've never seen it. A lot of white people do. I do see more white people richer and all that. But doesn't mean if you're a white person like that, the whole counterculture and the whole critical race theory I'm against. White people were taken as slaves to North Africa, indentured service were Irish and all that. Black people sold their own people to slavery. But slavery is wrong, and I don't care who did it. Where do you think the term slave comes from? Slavic. White people did it, and every group is guilty of persecution. I see America is going backwards and falling apart. Still a great nation. I see them are divided racially and sexuality-wise and gender-wise and religiously and politically. So, and like I was saying about the George Floyd, if I was on the street, if it was me, they would have done the same exact thing. They would have done the same exact thing. They would have, to me, how many people would protest Black Lives Matter? I have disagreements how they handle it. Burning down buildings, no. I do agree with peaceful protesting. It was murder, but it wasn't racially motivated. And cops have brutal. Peace lives matter, all lives matter. No black people been through it. The Americans. The whole cancel culture I'm against. The whole critical race theory I'm against. They say, well, it's only in colleges and all that. Bottom line is, instead of tearing down statues of Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, and all of them, and Robert E. Lee and all the Confederate soldiers, and Christopher Columbus, changing the Christopher Columbus, you know what they should do? They should just erect Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Sitting Bull, and all them. I'm a creationist. I believe that Adam and Eve. I'm not going to religious beliefs. But I am an independent conservative. I probably won't vote in 2028. I've only voted for presidents. I never really voted for cities or any councilors or whatever, And there are pro-life Democrats, and there are Democrats that I agree with. There's a lot of Republicans I disagree with. Like Donald Trump, I just don't like his mouth and his attitude and how extreme he takes things. Like this whole ICE thing, I know he said he gave him a warning, like he's got a month to get out or become or look for citizenship, get a green card. But ICE is harassing. And the thing about ICE, they want everyday people to do it. They just want random people, so that's a bad thing. Because if they didn't have everyday people, you're going to have corrupt people and evil people and racist people and all that doing it. So I disagree with Donald Trump's mouth. So I probably won't vote. I'm an independent conservative. I was a Republican, but I'm back to being independent. I'm an independent conservative. There are Democrats that are good. There are Republicans that are very evil and corrupt money-wise. Like I say, we all have evil and corruption in us. We all have hypocritical ways, or a little bit of hypocrite and a little bit of fake. And the whole Donald Trump thing, like Donald Trump, raped the girls, other charges I disagree with, because they were made up. He never raped a girl. It was all made up. It was ways to tear him down. But I don't like how he calls his opponents names and you guys, and cusses out of him and all that. He does seem like a dictator. I do agree that there are some laws. There are some things that weren't established in the laws. Donald Trump would be sort of like a dictator. Like the whole attack on the White House, Donald Trump had nothing to do with that. I heard Democrats pay people to smear stuff on the wall and pretend they're them. It was all set up. I agree that both sides have corruption and evil in them, and there's corrupt Republicans and there's corrupt Democrats. But total honesty is not the reason why I vote. And I feel like America. You hear some of these other countries like, whoa, no wonder why they want to come here so bad. I have nothing against immigration to do the right way, get paperwork and all that. But I'm an independent conservative. That means I will vote Democrat, especially the pro-life and pro-two genders and all that. Cause I disagree with Republicans more, but I disagree how harsh and condemning some of them are. You take advantage of the system. Republicans are going red, going right, and Democrats are really a bunch of liberals. But liberals are not all that bad. A lot of them are nice people, you talk to them. And when I vote for a woman, I said I would not vote for Hillary Clinton because I'm a two-gender, I'm a gender role person, men are the leader, women are the helpers. I would vote for a woman if she was better. Because sometimes there's a better of the two. But ICE is out of hand. And like I say, a lot of cops are even there is racist cops. Like what happened around the King, I think that was racially motivated. But I've been harassed by cops. And the American cop once was harassed. Well, not really harassing. He's like, we don't got many white people in the reservation. Like, so what did I say about that? He just stopped me over. And I had security guards of different races and even immigrants. Like, look at me like, hey, you should get out of here. You're drunk. But at the same time, I dealt with it. Like, I didn't deal with cops. I work with them. I don't sit there and say, hey, what are you doing? And blah, blah. I'm going to video you, take you, and blah, blah. I work with them. Don't give them a reason to take it out of hand. If security guard comes to me, I pull up my shirt. I'm like, hey, I'm not stealing anything. They're watching me, I just let them watch me. But a lot of cops and security guards, even a lot of military, like I was in the military, I know how to fight.